Hello, good day everyone. This is Engineer Maria Isabella Moscoso and we will discuss new topic for our hydraulics. The topic for this day will be our principles of hydrostatics. So let us first define what is a pressure. Okay, so pressure is the force per unit area exerted by a liquid or gas on a body of or surface with the force acting at the right angle to the surface uniformly in all directions. So we know that pressure is force over area. Now, P is for pressure, F is for area, F is for force rather, and A is for area. So for this discussion, we will talk about the principle of your hydrostatics or your hydrostatic pressure when your body or when an object is being submerged in a fluid. So ano yung pressure niya? Paano natin kukunin yung pressure sa fluids natin? Okay, so let us talk about your hydrostatic pressure no, in terms of our Pascal's law. So we have different points here. You have points A to points I. Okay, so we have two fluids. Meron tayong water and mercury. So as you can see, we have different shapes per points natin. Point A is horizontal, point B is a sharp surface, point C is a curve, so on and so forth. So as you can see, each point has different volume. Okay? But kung pressure ang pag-uusapan natin, hindi makakaapekto yon. Okay? So, sabi dito ni Pascal's law, points A to points G, ang hydrostatic pressure natin is equal. So, paano natin to nasabi na equal? Okay? Masasabi natin equal yung pressures natin once that yung points natin has the same elevation, pantay sila ng elevation, and also they have the same fluid. Okay, so since points A to points G, the same yung elevation nila, the same yung lalim nila from the water surface, ito man yung water surface natin, no? Pababa, the same sila ng lalim, the same din sila ng type of fluid, therefore, pressure is equal. Ganon tayo magtingin. Okay? Pressure, titingnan natin to from water surface, pababa. Okay? Sabi nga naman dito, pressure at point H is not equal to pressure at point I. Ma'am, sabi mo ma'am, kapag the same ang elevation, equal ang pressure. Yes, that is correct, no? Point H and point I, the same ang kanilang elevation. But the thing is, hindi sila pareho ng fluid. Point H natin is mercury. Point I natin is water. So, kahit na pareho ang kanilang elevation, but then again, they have different type of fluid, therefore, the pressure is not equal. Nuggets. Nuggets. Okay? So, tingnan naman natin itong diagram dito sa left side ng presentation. Okay? Ito is just the representation ng pressure natin. Okay? Or mas kilala ninyo as, sabihin na lang natin, this is the free body diagram of our pressure. So, sabi dito, if this is the water surface, habang lumalalim daw tayo ng lumalalim sa fluid natin, ang pressure natin is tumataas. Nag-i-increase yung value ng pressure. Makes sense, no? So, kapag lumalalim tayo ng lumalalim, yung pressure is lumalaki, no, na hindi na natin siya kayang i-resist. Like for example na lang, no, kung nagsuscroll nga kayo doon sa TikTok, yung submarine, no, yung mga mayayaman, billionaire, nagsakay sila ng submarine tapos hindi na sila nahanap. No, it's because sobrang lalim, there are theories na sobrang lalim kasi nung pinuntahan nila. So, sobrang lalim nila, ibig sabihin sobrang laki na or sobrang taas na ng value ng pressure doon na pwede na silang ma-squeeze. Parang ikaw na lang ba, example na lang, ikaw, higaan ka ng elepante. So parang ganun ba? Ganun na yung kabigat na pressure na meron doon sa ilalim. No? So ito, representation na habang lumalalim tayo ng lumalalim, ang value ng pressure natin is nag-i-increase. Therefore, kapag sinusulat pala natin yung free body diagram ng pressure natin, that is varying. Pag sinabi natin varying, no? From the water surface, lumalaki siya ng lumalaki. So, ano yung magiging sign convention natin dito? Sa hydraulics lang to ha. So, ibig sabihin kapag pressure yung pinag-uusapan natin, habang lumalalim tayo or pababa tayo ng pababa, pressure is increasing. Therefore, that is positive. Vice versa, na kapag ang pressure naman natin or galing naman tayo sa baba, no? Tapos pataas tayo, our pressure decreases, nababawasan. Makes sense, no? Kasi kapag nasa water surface na tayo, malapit na tayo sa water surface, no? Mababa na lang yung value ng pressure natin. Tingnan nyo tong free body diagram natin, no? Kapag hindi pa gaanong malalim, konti lang or mahina lang yung pressure. So, makes sense, no? Pag pababa ka, pressure is positive, no? Kapag pataas ka dito, pressure is negative. Yan yung magiging sign convention natin dito. Yung sa design naman, iba naman yun. Di ba yung sa design natin, upward is positive, downward is negative. Di ba yan yun? So, wag kayong malito, no? Sa design naman yan. Ito pressure yung pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? And as you can see, no, kapag pressure yung pinag-uusapan natin, it talks about the height, no? Kapag malalim or hindi. So, kapag may nagtanong naman sa atin ngayon, ano naman yung pressure kapag horizontal? Di ba sabi natin, ang pressure, ang hydrostatic pressure natin is magbe-based sa height. So, may height ba tayo kapag horizontal yung binibase natin? Wala. Okay, therefore, we conclude that the pressure at horizontal is equal to 0. Always yan. Kapag horizontal. Okay? Nuggets? Nuggets. So, I have to add this slide, no? So, let us try to define what is the gauge pressure. So, gauge pressure is relative pressures, or those are the pressure that is above or below the atmosphere and can be measured by using the gauge pressures, or yung mas tawag alam natin as manometers, no? Dito sa ating laboratory. Next is you have your atmospheric pressure, sorry for that, no? Atmospheric pressure is the pressure at any point on the Earth's surface from the weight of the air above it. Okay? So, we have a constant value for our atmospheric pressure. Ibig sabihin yung sa air natin na pressure, 180 atmospheric is equal to 14.7 psi, or that is pounds per square inch, or that is also equal to 760 mmHg, or that is also equal to 101.325 kilopascal. Okay, constant value na yan ng ating atmospheric pressure. Ano ba yan? Okay, sorry for that. Next is you have here your vacuum pressure. So what is vacuum pressure? That is the pressure below the atmospheric pressure. So you have here the absolute pressure is just the summation or the sum of your gauge pressure plus the atmospheric pressure. So, pag sinabi tayo, what is the absolute pressure? Absolute pressure is just equal to gauge pressure plus the atmospheric pressure. So, paano naman pag hinahanap natin yung gauge pressure? Tapos, given yung absolute pressure and given din yung atmospheric pressure. So, madali lang, no? Algebra lang, derive lang natin. So, that is P gauge is equals to absolute minus the atmospheric. So, let me derive the formula of our hydrostatic pressure, no? Kung saan man nanggaling, kung paano ba dinerive yung ating formula. Okay? So, imagine that we have here a body or an object that is being submerged into a fluid, no? Nasa ilalim siya ng fluid natin. L will be the length of the body and H is the vertical height nito. So, kahit naka-incline yung body natin, no, yung interpretation natin ng H, no, paki-take note of that kasi gamit natin yan hanggang sa susunod na topic. So, yung H natin dito is just the vertical distance from is the vertical distance of our body. So, kahit naka-incline yung body, ang height natin is vertical. So, here you have here your weight or your gravitational force, no, yung weight ng body natin. So you have here your F1 which is yung tumutulak sa body natin. And you have here your F2, no, to satisfy the equilibrium. Force 2 natin yan. Parang yung buoyancy, kung kilala yung buoyancy. Yung A natin dito, that would be the thickness of the body. So, to satisfy the neutral axis natin, yung ating components ng ating weight, no? So, you have here your W sine of theta, and you have here your W cosine of theta. So, we know, di ba, during our first topic, we know that your unit weight is weight over volume. So, kung i-derive natin to in terms of volume, we will have weight is equals to unit weight times the volume. Next is, kunin natin yung volume ng body. Okay, so ano ba yung volume ng body? So that is just W is equals to unit weight times, this is the area rather, no? That is the area yung A natin times the length. So let us try to use all these forces na nakikita natin by using summation of forces horizontal is equals to 0, taking to the right as positive. So you have your force 2 minus force 1 is equals to W sine of theta. So dissect ulit, no, para mas maintindihan natin. Strength of materials ang naman. So that is positive F2 minus F1 minus W sine of theta equals to 0. Lipat lang natin on the other side of the equation, kaya meron tayong positive dito. Okay? So, sabi natin, no, during the first slide, sabi natin, pressure is equals to force over the area. Okay? So, kung kukunin natin, or kung i-derive man natin yung ating formula in terms of force, di ba that is force is equals to pressure times the area. Since yun yung kinakailangan natin dito to solve the functions. Okay? So, you have here force 2, therefore you have your pressure 2, and then yung A natin, that would be the area, minus yung F1 natin, therefore that is the pressure 1 times the area. So, you have here, nakita ninyo, you have your unit weight AL, sine of theta. Saan ang galing to? Saan ang galing yan? Nanggaling yan sa value ng weight natin. Okay? Sinubstitute lang natin siya. Next is, to factor out, ano ba yung nawala? Yung area, no? Kasi makakancel lang yung area dito. Ma'am, paano makancel yung area? Di ba dapat isa lang? O di ba pwede natin siyang i-factor out? Parang ganito. Labas natin yung A, that is P2 minus P1 is equals to unit weight, area L, sine of theta. Therefore, area dito will be cancelled. Okay, so it will leave as P2 minus P1 is equals to unit weight L sine of theta. So note that yung H natin, yung height natin, trigo, no, that is L sine of theta. Ma'am, paano ma'am? Di namin makita ma'am, paano yun siya naging L sine of theta. Okay, so drawing natin. Di ba ito yung L natin? Ito yung ating H. Okay, so project tayo dito ng broken line. So, di ba this is a right triangle? Tama ba? No, tama no? So, this is ito yung angle of theta natin. No? Ito dito, parehas lang yan sa angle dito, parehas lang din yung angle dyan. No? Trigonometry. So, anong gagawin natin? So, katawa, anong gagamitin? Yes, that is correct. No, that is sine, no? Opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so we will have sine of theta is equals to h over L. Kunin natin yung value ng h. So, cross multiplication, no? Sabi, di ba this is understandable na merong 1 na denominator? O cross multiplication. So, therefore, we will have h is equals to L sine of theta. Nagets yan? Okay. So, therefore, h is equals to L sine of theta. Okay. So, itago natin yung L sine of theta using your h. Okay? Parang nire-write natin yung equation ba? Instead of L sine of theta yung isulat natin, we will use h to reduce, no, yung memorize natin na formula. So, therefore, no, itong P2 minus P1 natin, it can be understandable that, di ba, that is the delta P or that is just P. Okay? Di ba, meron tayong formula na delta P, or sabihin na lang natin yung sa inyong, ano ba, sa inyong surveying, sabihin na natin yung L ninyo, di ba, that is just L2 minus L1. No, but that is L. So, parang ganito din yung idea dito. Since you have your P2 minus P1, therefore, meron tayong P. Where yung P natin, that is your pressure. Okay? So, therefore, we can conclude that your hydrostatic pressure formula is gamma H. No, that's how your formula derived kapag hinahanap natin yung hydrostatic pressure natin. Okay, so let us try example number 1. So what is the pressure 12.5 below the ocean? Use specific gravity of 1.03 for salt water. So hanapin daw natin yung pressure. Very easy because we know the formula. Pressure is just gamma H. So ma'am, ano yung gamitin namin na gamma, ma'am? Or na unit weight, ma'am? So kapag hindi sinabi yung unit weight, we will use unit weight of water, and that is equivalent to 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. How about the H? The H is equivalent to 12.5 meters. So yun na ba yung i-consider natin to solve the pressure of the salt water? No. No? Kasi kung ito lang i-consider natin, parang ang kinukuha natin is pressure of water. Take note, ang kinukuha natin is pressure of salt water. Okay? So, paano yan? No, paano yan? So, ang mangyayari lang dito, if binigyan tayo ng fluid na hindi tubig, ang gagawin lang natin is to multiply the pressure by its specific gravity. Ma'am, wait lang, question pala namin. Di ba ma'am, based sa first topic natin, sabi mo, yung salt water natin or yung sea water natin, ang specific gravity niyan is 1.025. Yes, that is correct, no? But if the problem is binigyan tayo ng situation, which is binigyan tayo mismo ng value ng type of fluid na yan, na wag na natin kontrahin. Now, we will use that given. So again, balik ako. If ang unit weight ng fluid natin is hindi siya given, okay, you will use the unit weight of water. Okay? But, take note, kapag hindi yan unit weight, kapag hindi yan water, now always remember that we need to multiply that one to the specific gravity. So, parang ganito lang. Parang from tubig, no, water, H2O, multiplyan natin siya ng specific gravity ng fluid, mako-convert siya into a new fluid. Parang ganyan ba? For example, H2O, unit weight of water, 9.81. Multiplyan natin ng 1.03 na specific gravity. So, ang magiging product niyan is salt water na. No? So, parang kino-convert natin yung fluid from water, multiplyan natin ng specific gravity. Sana na-gets yan. Okay? So, therefore, no, that is 9.81 times 1.03 specific gravity times its height, which is 12.5. And that is equivalent to 126.3 kilopascal. Question, ma'am, paano po naging kilopascal yung unit natin? Di ba yung unit weight natin, ang unit niyan is kilonewton per cubic meter. SG, specific gravity is unitless. Multiplied by, ano ba yung unit ng height natin? Diba? That is in meters. Cancel. So, that is in meter squared or squared meters. Therefore, kPa pala is equivalent to kilonewton per square meters. Okay? Unit analysis. Okay, so let us have our example number 2. So sabi dito, an open tank contains 5.7 meters of water covered with 2.8 of meters of kerosene. The unit weight of kerosene is 8 kilonewton per cubic meter. Find the pressure at the interface and at the bottom of the tank. Okay, pressure lang pa rin hinahanap. Okay, we know that pressure is just gamma H. So first, tingnan muna natin yung problem. Sabi dito sa problem, meron daw tayong open tank. So, pag sinabi na we have an open tank, okay, matik that our pressure at the air is equals to 0. No? It means that when your fluid is exposed to the air, no, the pressure is equals to 0. So, first problem is, let us find the pressure at the interface. So, saan ba natin yung makikita yung interface? Yung interface is makikita ninyo between the boundary of the two different fluids. So, parang parehas na lang sa, yung tubig at oil. Di ba kapag pinaghalo natin yung tubig at oil, yung tubig nasa baba, and then yung oil nandito sa taas. It's because water is denser than oil man. No? So, ang interface natin is yung boundary between the two fluid. Okay? So, dito sa gitna nilang dalawa. Boundary nilang dalawa. Okay? So, kung yun yung meaning ng interface, ibig sabihin, dito rin na pressure yung hinahanap natin. So, sino ba yung magbibigay ng pressure sa ating interface? Yes, that is correct. No? That is only kerosene. Since, di ba, ang pressure is pababa. No? Pababa tayo. Going downward. Okay? So, let us try to get the pressure at the interface. So, sabi natin, pressure is equals to gamma H. Ma'am, wait lang, ma'am. May problem kami, ma'am. Hindi man binigay yung specific gravity ng kerosene. So, paano namin makuha yung kanyang hydrostatic pressure? Di ba, ma'am, that is 9.81 times 2.8 times SG. Anong SG niya, ma'am? Cannot be solved siya, ma'am. No? So, kapag ganyan yung nangyari, wag agad magpanik. Tingnan nyo sa problem if may given ba doon sa fluid na yon. So, dito, sa problem na ito, binigay naman agad yung unit weight ng kerosene. So, kapag binigay agad yung unit weight ng kerosene, no need na gamitin yung unit weight ng water. Therefore, magiging useless na din yung specific gravity. Kasi, binigay na agad nga yung unit weight ng fluid natin, which is the kerosene. Sana nagme-make sense, no? If unit weight is not given, tapos hanapin mo yung pressure, dapat merong specific gravity. Pag hanapin mo naman ulit yung pressure, but SG is not given, dapat may unit weight. Ganun lang yun, no? So, therefore, that is 8 times 2.8. And that is equal to 2.4. Okay. Next is find the pressure at the bottom of the tank. O, at the bottom of the tank. Ito yon. Hanapin natin yung pressure. Sige nga, for 2 minutes, can you solve for the value of pressure at the bottom of the tank? Or pause nyo na lang, siguro no. So, let us check if your answer is correct. So, if your answer is pressure is equals to gamma H, that is 9.81 times 5.7, ilan ba yung value niyan? Kapag ito yung equation mo at ito yung final answer mo, the answer is correct ba o hindi? The answer is incorrect. Bakit? Di ba sabi is hinahanap yung pressure at the bottom of the tank? Question, yung tubig lang ba yung nagbibigay ng pressure sa ilalim ng tank natin? The answer is no. Yung kerosene din. Di ba? From kerosene, may pressure to. Tapos pasa niya yung pressure niya sa water. So, ibig sabihin yung dala ng water is pressure plus pressure of the kerosene plus pressure of water. So, yan yung kinikerry ng ating bottom of the tank. Okay? So, therefore, the pressure at the bottom, that is the pressure of the interface plus the pressure of your water. So, add na lang natin yung na-solve natin kanina. That is 22.4 times 9.81 times 5.7. And that is equivalent to 78.2 kilopascal. Okay, so let's go to our example number 3. So we have here a closed tank, no, in the figure at a standard temperature. The pressure at point A is 98 kilopascal. So what is the absolute pressure at point B? So dito, emphasize natin, okay? Sabi sa problem, we have closed tank. So kapag closed tank tayo, therefore, merong pressure or merong value yung pressure ng air natin. So sabi dito, pressure A natin or pressure at point A, that is equivalent to 98 kilopascal. So hinahanap natin yung PB. Okay? So again, 'di ba yung ating assumption, no? I mean, sign convention natin, downward pressure is positive, upward pressure is negative, horizontal pressure is 0. Okay? So, as you can see, we have two compartments ng tank natin dito. Meron tayong orifice sa gitna. Ibig sabihin, may butas yan na pwedeng mag-flow yung tubig natin. So, the height of our fluid sa compartment B, that is 5 meters. Ang height ng ating water sa compartment A, that is 3 meters. So, di ba, in due time, because of the gravity, no, papasok yung tubig galing dito and then magpapantay yung kanilang elevation ng tubig. Di ba ganun yun? So, ibig sabihin, no, because of that principle, no, doon tayo magbe-base ng ating pagbasa, no, para makagawa tayo ng equation natin. Okay, so ibig sabihin, galing pala tayo dito sa compartment B, pasok tayo sa compartment A, tapos punta tayo sa air. Parang ganyan yung magiging flow ng fluid natin inside the compartment. So again, no, we have here PB or pressure at point B, pressure ng air. Okay, pababa tayo, that is why that is positive PB. Okay, so pababa tayo. So this is positive unit weight of water times 5. O, ito yon. Okay? Then, liko tayo, pasok tayo sa butas. Ano yung pressure dito? This is 0. Tama ba? Then, akyat tayo dito. Okay? Ano yung paakyat natin? Pressure is negative. So, that is negative unit weight of water times 3. O, ito yon. Tapos, akyat naman tayo papunta sa pressure A. So, that is negative. So, sulat ko lang ulit ng maayos paano nangyari ito. So, since negative yung pressure natin at point A, di ba, minus PA is equals to, yan, natatanggal yung pen tablet. Okay, so that is minus PA is equals to 0. So, pwede naman shift solve na lang, no, or ano ba, tayo diretso agad. So, pero ang ginawa ko kasi dito, para maintindihan nyo lang, nilipat ko lang naman to sa other side of the equation. So, that is negative, magiging positive. Okay? So, kindly compute the value of our pressure at point P. Okay? Again, ang elevation ng tank natin is parehas lang. Okay? And in due time, ang pressure or ang height ng water is magiging equal. So, if your value is 78.38 kilopascal, that is correct. Okay? Last example. So, let us have your last example, no? So, this is a two pipes. Meron tayong two pipes dito na connected, which is a manometer. So, determine the pressure difference between PA and PB, no? Between two pipes natin. So, ang hahanapin natin is PA minus PB. Ganyan, ito yung value na hahanapin natin. Okay? So, dito, we have two types of fluid. We have water, itong blue na nakikita ninyo, and itong gray na color or itong dotted part is a gauge fluid. Ibig sabihin, hindi yan tubig. No? Hindi tayo binigyan ng unit weight, but binigyan tayo ng specific gravity. So, ito yung mga, elevation. From point A, baba tayo dito, ng 1.3, makikita natin ang water. Okay? So, next is, ano pa ba? From this one to the interface, water hanggang interface ng gauge pressure, gauge fluid, that is 0.5 and 0.6. So, ma'am, anong height nito, ma'am? O, kapag hindi na binigay, no, wag na nating pilitin pa. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, nagflow yung tubig na, yung fluid natin pa ganyan. Ma'am, dito, ma'am, walang height, ma'am. Ano yan dyan, ma'am? Isolve pa namin, ma'am. Hindi na rin kailangan. No, kasi ito yung height na nag-start yung nagkaroon ng interface yung water at yung gauge fluid natin. Okay, so parang ito lang yung kailangan natin na height. Yan. Okay, so ito wala din tong height. Okay, so sige, gawa tayo ng equation. Again, downward pressure is positive, upward pressure is negative. Horizontal pressure, that is 0. So we have here pressure at A. Ito yon. O, baba tayo hanggang sa interface natin. So that is positive. So that is, pakita ko na lang dito. No, so that is unit weight of water 9.81 times height, which is 0.5 plus 0.6. Okay? So, erase ko itong iba, no? Tapos na tayo dito, liko tayo dito. O kapag horizontal, pressure is 0. O dito na tayo ulit. Akyat tayo dito. Ano yan? That is negative pressure. Ito yon. Okay? Tapos liko tayo ulit dito. Pressure is 0. Tama ba? So, dito man yung interface na pinagbe-base natin ng height natin. Okay? So, from this one, pababa, that is positive pressure. So, you have unit weight times height. Okay? So, equals to point B. So, that is positive. Ma'am, wait lang, ma'am. Nalito kami, ma'am. Di ba, pababa man tayo, ma'am. So, tama na to lahat, ma'am. Ito, agree kami nito lahat, ma'am. Tapos, ito, nilipat mo sa other side of the equation. Di ba, ma'am, pababa man tayo, ma'am? So, dapat that is positive. Pero pag ilipat, di ba natin siya sa equation, other side of the equation, ma'am, di ba dapat magiging negative PB siya? Okay. Sige, I get your point para sa ginawa natin kanina. But, di ba, based sa previous example natin, is that yung body natin, parehas lang yung elevation. Okay? Dito, makita ninyo, from point A to point B, sino ba yung mas malalim ang elevation? Diba? Yung point B. So, sabi natin kanina, kung mag-stick tayo dun sa principle ni Pascal's law, sabi natin doon kanina is that, habang lumalalim yung elevation natin, or habang lumalaki yung elevation natin, mas lumalaki yung pressure. So, parang ganito yung diagram nito. Ibig sabihin, sa lahat na pressure na meron dito, ang may mas malaking pressure is ang pressure at point B. Makes sense because point B is yung may mas malalim na elevation. Meaning to say, lahat ito, ipag-add-add man natin lahat ng pressure na nandito na part, is magiging equal lang ito sa value ng pressure na nasa point B. Kasi nga, siya yung mas malalim. Siya yung pinaka-malalim. Okay? So, yung sa sign convention natin na going downward, magmamatter lang yon, depende, case by case. No? Yung kanina kasi, the same flat lang yung elevation, yung ganito ba? The same lang yung ganito yung elevation nila. Tama? So, parehas lang din yung magiging pressure nun. So, sana nagigets niyo ako? Okay? So, next is, ma'am, bakit naging ganyan na yung equation natin? Okay. So, ang nangyari dito, PB, ilipat ko dito. So, magiging negative. Tapos, itong lahat na values na ito, ilipat naman natin dito. Kasi ang kailangan nga natin is PA minus PB, diba? O, so, lahat yan, ilipat natin dito. Ma'am, okay, ma'am. Sige, ma'am. Ilipat natin, ma'am. So, bakit ito, ma'am, naging negative? Ito naging positive. Ito naging negative. Ganito kasi yung pagkakalipat natin, no? Quantity man yan. So, ilipat natin. Magiging negative. Unit weight of water minus unit weight ng fluid natin plus unit weight of water. Hindi ko na lang sinulat lahat. Okay? So, nangyari dito na equation, no, is that dinistribute lang natin yung negative sign sa loob. So, negative times positive, negative. Negative times negative, positive. Negative times positive, that is negative. Okay, ma'am. Gets na namin, ma'am. O, sige, ma'am. Check na to, ma'am. Check na rin to, ma'am. So, tama to, ma'am. Kasi, hindi man to tubig, ma'am. Gauge fluid man to. So, para ma-convert yung tubig para maging gauge fluid, multiplyan namin siya ng specific gravity. Yes, that is correct. Okay, ma'am. So, dito tayo, ma'am. Bakit naging 1.3 minus 0.5 siya? Hindi ba, ma'am, ang height nito papunta dito is 1.3? Sige nga, analyze nyo. 1.3 ba yung height nito? Papunta sa point B. 1.3 ba to? The answer is no. Saan ba yung 1.3? Ang 1.3 natin is galing sa point A papunta sa point B. Yan yung 1.3 natin. Anong kailangan natin? Di ba ito lang na part yung kailangan? Oh, ito yung unknown natin na height. Yan yung HB natin. So, ano itong height na to? Di ba that is 0.5? So, that is why you have 1.3 minus 0.5. Nuggets? Nuggets. Okay? So, kindly solve for the value and kindly check if that is negative 3.335 kilopascal. Okay? And I think this ends our first part for principles of hydrostatic force. No? So, if you have any concern pa rin, or if you have any clarification for this topic, you may siguro PM na lang or sa GC or during magkita tayo, no? Next week. So, ganun na lang siguro. No? So, let's go to our next presentation.